Good morning, good morning. It's time to start our day. Good morning to you. Yay! We are in our 1 year month anniversary. So I thought I'd blow my horn. Okay, so let's head on over to the mat and check in, see how we're doing. So we were talking about a lot of us are a little sleepy today. Got some stuff going on in our wrists and our hands, a little bit in our front chest. So we're just going to take some time to be in our bodies and in our minds and in our spirits. So take a moment and pause. Find a position that feels really comfy, cozy for you. How are you today? As always, our first level of mindfulness is just to check in, see what we're showing up with today. See if we can notice it without getting stuck by it. Like if we're feeling a little anxious today, if we're feeling a little bit of overwhelm, if we're feeling a little achy, right? Can we find a place where it's a little bit removed from those feelings and we're just watching it? Just watching it. So for this first minute here, I'd like to invite you just to check in. What am I presenting with today? What am I bringing to the mat? Let me see if I can turn on my witness brain and just notice. 1 minute, please. And then pulling back that curtain, continuing on with this inner gaze. How's the breathing body, that inner body? Can we stretch the inner body a little bit? Start to lengthen just a tiny bit those inhales, lengthen just a tiny bit those exhales. See if you can turn on that breath like you're turning on a flashlight. Seeing what you notice in the back, in the neck and shoulders. Even noticing what's being held in your jaw or the muscles around your eyes, anything around the belly. Again, we're watching from the watcher. And on this final minute of centering, please, what are you seeking today? What are you seeking from this time with yourself, from this time when we're all together, from your practice, from your body? What do you want? So we'll take one more minute here and just leaning into in 1 hour, when this class is over and I'm in my Shavasana posture, how do I want to feel? The end of this hour, when I'm in my deep relaxation pose, how do I want to feel? Let's see if we can start to settle in on an intention with that. 1 minute, please. And when you feel that you have it, there's no rush at all. When you feel that you have it, let's bring our palms to touch. Slide the hands down, thumbs against the heart, sitting up nice and tall. Repeat the mantra to yourself a few times. Aligned and whole, calm and peaceful, focused and productive. What you need, what you need, what you need. Get it in your mind. And gently bow the chin to your chest. Open those eyes. See your little hands, your cute little fingers. And we will release the hands down and take our gaze forward. So we're going to use 2 blocks and a strap today. And we're going to just take our time and, stretch. Oh, stretch. Just really stretch anything you want to do here. Oh, stretch it out. About 5 more breaths. Anything you want to do. Good morning, body. Good morning, fascia. Good morning, my organs. Right? Anything you want to do, just stretch it out. Feels so good. Whenever I pet Sugar, she just groans. She just, and now I start to notice I'm doing it too, but now I have a microphone, so I got to be careful. It's very dramatic when she does it. And then open up those arms. Let's take our right arm over here. Maybe you need a block there, and just reach. Just reach, maybe even bringing that elbow down, feeling that big old opening here. Does it feel nice to look at the floor? Do you want to look forward? Do you want to look up? What you need here, start to feel into it. And again, magic is when we breathe. Let's do some Sugar groans. Oh, yeah. One more deep breath. Beautiful. We're going to pull ourselves up. And before we go to the other side, we're going to turn, and we're going to take ourselves over, heart towards the knee, reaching that left arm out. And as always, it's always sometimes nice to use blocks here. I'm not going to, but feel free to do so. You've got the right elbow bending and you're turning your heart to the knee. Your left elbow's reaching. Take a tuck of the chin and just stretch. What are you noticing here? Where are you feeling it? What's going on? One more deep breath. Beautiful, beautiful. Come on up and turn yourself back to neutral. I don't know if you can hear my belly growling. I don't know why it's doing this. I guess because it's doing the sugar, but it's growling a lot. I'm hungry, I guess. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Let's check to the other side, dropping that left elbow down. Reach, reach, reach. So many of us are sleepy today. How are you? Do you feel sleepy? Your eyes feel sleepy? little chilly outside today. Stretch out that bag of bones of yours. 3 more breaths. Again, maybe it's looking down that serves you. Maybe it's looking out. Maybe it's looking up. Stretch out that body. One more. And grab the handle in the sky and pull yourself up. Yum. We'll turn to the left now. And again, taking ourselves over, 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 keeping the left arm bent, using it to turn your heart to the back and reaching through the right. 5 breaths. So nice. And start to walk yourself back up, back up, back up. Beautiful. We're going to take, if you're sitting on something, perhaps you'll move it. And we're going to take ourselves out here and sitting up nice and tall. Now, some of you feel like sitting up tall is a challenge. And if it's sitting up tall is the challenge, then maybe you'll go ahead and sit up again. We're going to use our strap. And the other thing is sometimes it's nice if our hammies are really tight to go ahead and put something underneath it. Remember, what we really want to make sure of is that we keep the shin and the femur lined up. We don't want legs doing whatever they want. We want to have, some control over those. So if the blocks help you do that, grab them. And if sitting on something helps you do that, grab it. We're going to take a strap here and we're going to loop it. Okay. And then we're going to take a hold of both feet with the strap. Now, I'd love for you to have straight elbows here because remember, when the elbows are straight, we're getting into the neck. We want to open the neck too. Why not? I think I'm going to actually put a block between my knees. Perhaps that feels nice for you too, if you have an extra one. That way, my feet and knees and hips are all hip distance apart. I'm squeezing that block and I have the loop in a way that I can sit up nice and tall in a 90-degree angle and my elbows are straight. Okay, so let's just take a moment here and just check in. Maybe you'll do a little dance break here, wave your spine. And we're just kind of hanging out, and I'm going to start to activate a few things for you. So the first thing I want you to notice is you're pushing the big toes forward. So you're pushing your big toes forward. Number 2, you're turning your toenails to the kneecap. Okay. Number 3, we're activating the quadriceps. So if you were to poke your thigh, they're nice and strong here. We're pulling up, sitting up nice and tall. And then finally, the tops of the thigh bones are dropping to the floor so heavy, and that's giving us the ability to lift up. So really powerful legs, pushing big toes forward, toenails turning back to the knees, activating strong quadriceps where we're lifting up, tops of thigh bones heavy, and reaching the crown of the head to the floor. This is a very dynamic pose. Hang in there. 5 more deep breaths. If we were to flip this over, we'd be in downward dog. How cool is that? Right? Same angle. Are your elbows straight? So we're going to keep the right hand on the strap, but we're going to take our left arm up and then right across that nipple line again, we're going to open up those arms. Big inhale and exhale, come back. Reach, inhale, open. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, open. And if this is pinchy on the shoulder, you can always drop the elbow. Inhale and exhale, or even take your fingertips to the shoulders and just do a little bit less. 3. Last one. I don't know why I said 3. That was actually 4. I don't know why I did that. And this is 5. Reaching your arm out or bringing it behind you. So here or out or on the floor, and we're going to twist. Now, fancy pants, we're going to push the left heel away from us. So we're pushing the left heel away from us as we're wringing out. 5 deep breaths. Some of you might even drop the chin. What you need. What do you want to feel in an hour? See if you can remember that mantra. Get it here now. So nice. And inhale, come on back to center and pause. Chin to throat and hold. You can let the legs flop out if you want to, or keep them engaged. Step 1 of mindfulness. What am I showing up with right now? What am I noticing? And number 2, can I just be with it? Can I just be with this sensation? All righty, sitting back up nice and tall. We're going to take our left arm up. Notice the difference. I'm getting a little bit more flexible, so I'm going to I'm going to close up my loop a little bit. Right arm, we're going to reach back. Again, maybe the reaching feels a little tweaky on the shoulder. You can always keep the elbow bent or touch the fingers to the shoulder and just turn from the torso, not including that arm. Whatever you want to do. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, drop that arm down. Again, maybe you'll bring your chin to your chest or chin to the collarbone. 5 big breaths. Hmm. One more deep breath. And beautiful, gently coming back to center and holding on to both straps or holding on to both hands with the strap. Drop the chin to the throat or the chest. Notice the difference, and we'll hold here and receive. I've been getting so many emails from members, keep your light on members, people who are doing these classes about what it means to them and how their yoga practice is developing, how they're hitting the mat on a more regular basis, how this community has kept them lit, through the year. And if you're one of those people who've sent the email, I can't tell you what it means to me to hear from you. And I'm bringing it up because I just want you to acknowledge that you're showing up for yourself on a regular basis and you're doing these classes, that you're taking the time to check in with yourself. And that's not easy to do. It's not easy to make time for things such as this. So you're doing it. And that's such a beautiful thing for yourself. And so, as I say, making time for self care is often the most challenging part of it. And so when we make time for ourselves, go ahead and release the strap. What it does is it teaches us that we can trust ourselves. I know that I have my own back. I know that I have my best interest at heart. I'm not relying on other people to take care of me or to get me motivated or whatever. I'm doing it. I'm showing up. And it builds a trust with yourself, which brings a confidence with yourself. And then when you're really trusting and grounded in that way, when anxiety creeps up or overwhelm creeps up, you know that you have your own back and you can have some compassion for the breaks that we take. So come on onto your back here. When people say to me, do you do yoga every day? It's like, how can you live and not do yoga every day, right? It's just this part of my life, whether I'm teaching or whether I'm doing it on my own, which is every single day, every single day. When we're ready, straighten that left leg. Some of you will find that does something funky to your back. So if you need to keep the knee bent, bend that knee. And we're just going to hug this shin in. Now, our focus right now is to see if we're getting a little creepy through our back muscles. See if you can release those muscles. Releasing the tongue, the throat, the muscles of the upper chest. 2 more big breaths. Beautiful. Now we're going to slide the left leg bent for some of you, and you're going to start to turn that right leg over. Okay, so Jatara Parivartanasana. Those of you working a little bit deeper, you're going to take your toes and tuck them behind the left knee and drag the knee to the left. So here's the same sort of twisting action we did, but now we're doing it on our back. If you feel like having a block under the knee feels most delicious for you, then do that. So our focus right now, besides having this delicious twist, is to notice the right pectoral. So go ahead and drop that right arm straight and notice what happens when you bring the knee down. It makes that shoulder pop up. But if you keep the knee up, you can let that shoulder be down. So I want you to notice, what do you need today? What part of the twist are you encouraging? Do you want to bring the knee down, getting lower, having that shoulder pop up? Or do you want to keep the shoulder down and prop the knee up? Here we go. 5 breaths. Sometimes it's nice to look at the right hand or the sky. Beautiful. Come on up. Back to your center, back to your pause. And you say, why? Why do you make time for yoga? What is it about yoga? What is it about the way you feel when you do yoga? During yoga class, but also after, also before. Hug that left knee in. Is it the accountability? Is it the guidance? Is it the community? Is it the time for you? Is it the time for you to notice yourself in a different way? Is it to recover from injury? Is it all of it? Yes, 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 yes. For me, the reason is I know that I have this stuff going on. Let's go ahead and find a twist again. So tuck the toes underneath the knee or just bend that knee, whatever works for you, and take the knees over. So I am well aware that I have whatever going on in my body, whether it's emotions or pain or indigestion or whatever is going on. I know that's happening. And for me not to acknowledge it feels like I'm almost trying to clean my room without like making the bed and like picking up. It just feels untrue. So the practice of yoga helps me feel like I'm literally living in an integrated way. I'm acknowledging all of it. And by not acknowledging it puts you into like mental chatter. And this is all still happening. We just ignore it. And I just can't live comfortably and safely like that. I have to be able to acknowledge it. It's like, tell me the troubles. Tell me all the things. Let's clean it up rather than hiding it or denying that it's happening. So it makes me feel more true, I guess. What do you do for it? Why are you practicing? 5 more breaths. Again, knee down, shoulder down, knee up. What you need. One more deep breath. Delish. Oh, stretching again. Come on back up. And we're going to shift ourselves back to the center. You could keep your arms in goalposts. You could take your arms down to the side, whatever you want to do. We're going to head up to bridge here just to check in and then just come down and then go back up. So a little stretching. Maybe a little yawn. Just moving any way you want to. Mm. One more big breath in whatever organic movements you're doing. Happy baby. I was saying right before class, I'm tired. I dropped a phone on my face in the middle of the night when I was checking the time. I feel like I got punched. It's hard to go back to sleep. Come on up. Pretty funny though. All right, we're coming back up into our bottom, and we're going to do a little hello to our wrists. Okay, so we're going to grab our block, and if you always sit like this, maybe you'll challenge yourself to do something a little bit different, sitting on a block or something like that, or changing the cross of your legs, putting the other leg in front, and we're going to take a block here. So what's happening in our hands usually goes right up to our neck, so we want to notice what's happening in our hands. All right, so we'll take our block. We've worked with this before, and just putting a little soft bend in the elbow. I want you to feel those pinkies pressing in, and then those ring fingers pressing in, those middle fingers pressing in, the pointer fingers pressing in, and those thumbs pressing in. Go ahead and squeeze that block. Notice that the elbows are shoulder distance apart. The wrists are roughly shoulder distance apart. And we can hold, some of you might want to do this where you're coming into a full dolphin arm. Some of you might want to drop it down, whatever you want, but we're really squeezing. From here, perhaps maybe you'll even be turning your neck. We've got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and release. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take our arms out wide, palms facing forward. Put the thumb inside so you've got like a number four 4 on your fingers, and you're going to close those fingers. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the elbows bent, and then drop the pinkies towards the wrist. So notice that my palms are still facing outward. And so I'm stretching right here at the thumb line. I'm going to come closer so you can see what I'm doing. Dropping straight down like this. What's going on in your neck? What's going on in your shoulders? Can you keep yourself with lots of space between the ear and the shoulder? 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Flick the water. Flick it, flick it, flick it. And then grab something. So it's the opposite energetically, right? You're pulling in now. Pull in, in, in. And now we're going to go out, in, out, in, out, in. Yeah, yeah. Jazz hands. 3, 2, and 1, and shake it out. All right, now we're going to take our arms out wide, palms together again. Make a fist. Popeye arms, touch your knuckles to the shoulders, and then touch the wrists behind you. And then sprinkle it out. Splash. Pull it in. Challenge yourself to keep your head on top. 4 and 3. Really moving those wrists. Flexion, extension. 2. Last one. And shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And sometimes when you're shaking it out, can you feel how you're not really shaking it out? You're doing it, but you're still really holding on. That's a big awareness to notice. Sometimes that's what shows up in our lives too. Okay, come on into hands and knees, please. We're going to spread our fingers, equal space between each and every finger. Now, remember, there's a pocket of air underneath the palms, right? We're not smashing the hand down fully. There's a little bit of a pocket of air, like we have an arch to the foot, we have an arch to the hand. If it's okay for you, turn the palm so that the thumbs are pointing out and the fingers are looking towards you. So this is a pretty deep opening. Not everybody's going to be able to do it fully. And maybe your left arm and your right arm will be a little different. So just notice that. Find that pocket of air again. Maybe you can lean back a little bit towards your heels and really stretch out those forearms. And as always, the energy's going up, right? We want to feel that the energy is going up. So we're not putting all this smashing weight down. If it feels nice for you to drop your head, you should drop your head. 2 more deep breaths. Yes, yummy. And now come out for a moment. Pause. We'll go to broken toe pose. And now let's go back. We're going to turn the palms up this time. So we're going to flip those palms to face up. The thumbs are looking at each other. Okay. And we're just going to make some fists here. Feels a little funky to do that. Just pulling those fingers in, stretching out, sprinkling like little raindrops, maybe playing the piano. Maybe rolling onto that thumb side almost of the hand, just noticing. I can definitely feel some tension there for me. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. Back to your broken toe pose. Broken toe, broken toe. And now take your arms out extended. Okay, arms out extended. We're going to turn the right palm up. We're going to interlace our fingers. We're going to drop and we're going to come over. What'd she say? What'd she say we were going to do? I know. So we're going to take our right palm out, interlace, touch your belly, and then touch. So feeling this sensation here. And if you still don't have what I just described, it's okay. Just do your best to feel what you need to feel here. Long neck. And unravel that, shake it out. Let's switch your sides here. Palms facing each other. Flip the left palm up. Interlace your fingers. Touch your belly. Roll it up. And roll it out. Again, turn the left palm out. Interlace your fingers. Touch your belly. And roll that left arm out. Right arm out. 3 and 2 and 1. Shake it out. Beautiful. Let's come to our bottom. And we're going to turn, and I think maybe some of you might want to have some blocks back here. We're going to rotate our arms out, and we're going to put the fingers on the block where the fingers are looking behind us. Okay, if you want the blocks, that's what they're for. I'm going to use the floor. And we're going to take our knees to bend, and we're just going to drop the knees to the right. Okay, so pushing into the left thumb here, really feeling that left thumb. Look to the right and drop your chin. So you could either keep the knees stacked. I'm going to find more of a opening here with my left hip. You decide how you want to do it. My left hip is actually lifting up, which feels amazing. And stretch. Push through that thumb. Keep that pocket of air. 8 more breaths. Again, if you feel like you're smashing on the wrist, if you feel like a lot of weight is on the wrist, part of this idea is that you're lifting to the sky, right? Energetically, you're lifting the bottom of your heart up to the sky. Big opening here. So yummy. Come on out. Let's sit up and come off our wrists for a moment. Give ourselves a break. Let's do little puppy paws. Give me a treat. Give me a treat. See if you can touch your middle finger to the wrist. Digging. Okay, switch your, let's take those hands back again. Drop the knees to the left. Again, finding that line if you want to, if it feels good for you. Lifting that hip up, stretch, pushing through the thumb. Turn and look away and drop your left chin, not the right chin, guys, the left chin to the left collarbone. So as I've been chatting about here, so what if you're not just a body?
So I know we feel amazing right now because it feels so stretching and delicious to the body. But what if you're not just a body? How does this benefit your breath? How does this benefit the way you show up in life? How does this benefit the way you see yourself, the way you feel about yourself? Living that body, mind, spirit integrity, not just talking about it. 5 more breaths. Lifting up 2. Beautiful. And coming out, coming out, coming out. And we'll pause. Let's turn the palms to face up and just take a moment here. Okay, dropping the right ear on the right shoulder, dropping that left ear to the floor. We're going to bend the knee. We worked on this a little bit last week. We're going to just do some like chugga, chugga, chugga like a choo choo train. I think I can. I think I can. Keeping this 90-degree angle as best you can. Just letting that whole shoulder blade move. If you want to work a little deeper, you could even put that right arm on that head. You could take the chugga chugga backwards. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Reach it up. Pause. And left. I think I can. I think I can. All the way from the shoulder blade. We're not just moving the arm, the whole shoulder blade. Rolling up and rolling down. Maybe you're adding a little weight. Maybe you're taking the train back. Not that you don't think you can. I think I can go backward now. I think I can. I think I can. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come on back up. Let's head to either down dog or dolphin. You decide. If you're feeling like your wrists are fatiguing, then come onto your elbows and go up. Otherwise, we're going to take our bottoms up. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now remember, downward dog means that our ears are in line with our shoulders. Receiving all that blood to the brain, maybe putting a little bend in the elbows, feeling that pocket of air underneath the palms. And let's tuck our chin to the throat, really feel that long neck. Drag the pelvic floor to the sky, pushing through the thumb. Drag those shoulder blades up and towards the spine, feeling that big opening here. 5 more breaths, or come down and pause. Okay. On the next exhale, come on up to downward dog if you've already gone down. And we're going to do one more standing pose. It's very restorative, though. So finding yourself slowly, 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 slowly come on up. We're just going to do one quick little thing, which I find to be a very lovely way to stretch that area. So grab your blocks if you need them. You may not need them. Okay, Upavista Konasana, that means that our feet are wide.
Okay. And as always, we want to make sure that our heels are a little bit wider than the toes so that we can keep ourselves nice and safe. So just watch me on the first round and then you can decide if you want to do it. If you're not going to do the twist, then you have those blocks you could use. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is forward fold. And then I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to reach for my right shin. And instead of going offline here, I'm going to lean back so that I'm right in the middle. I can take my left hand to the hip. I could reach around and bind, but you can see I'm getting a nice big opening on that right shoulder blade. So here we are. If that's not working for you, you'll come into a forward fold. Either way. So reaching right arm to outside of right ankle, pull yourself as you lean back towards the middle center between your legs. Feel the extension between the right shoulder blade and the spine. 5 more breaths. Drop your head, let it go. 2. Beautiful. Find your forward fold, hang, find balance here. And if you're working with us, you'll start on the left side. Otherwise, go to your earlier level, whatever you need here. 5 more breaths. Drop that head. One more deep breath. And gently, gently walk your feet towards each other. Maybe standing in a forward fold, or maybe you'll go to down dog, or maybe you'll do something else. Take your time, take your time. And we will move our way to all the way down on our backs. Now before you sit down on your back, we're going to take a block between our knees and we're going to use the same strap here to line up our legs. So we want our legs to stay neutral so we can really enjoy our Shavasana today. And if you feel like there's something else that you would rather do than what I'm suggesting, of course you do that. Okay. So you're needing a blanket. You need all the things. So for me today, and maybe some of you might want a pillow. So you've got the strap between your knees and then, I'm sorry, the block between your knees and the strap holding those legs. And we're just going to allow our legs to stay bent. And we're going to take our arms back out to this T position. Now extend. I'm going to give you a minute here as you settle in. Once you're down, and I won't rush you, so take your time. Once you're down, I want you to extend those arms out big and long, big and wide. Okay, once you're down there, you're going to open up those arms and you're going to press all 10 fingernails firmly on the floor. So really, really press thumb, pointers, middles, rings, pinkies. So that means our elbows are straight. You could put a soft bend in them if you need to, but really feeling this opening. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, take a moment of pause. Second round, fire it up. Here we go. And 10, long neck, 9, 8, 7, keep reaching, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Maybe roll your head side to side. And last one, here we go. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep hugging in with the upper arm bones. 3, 2, and release. Let the arms be floppy now. And we're going to pause. Just pause. Turn the right cheek to the floor and just feeling that stretch. Slide your left arm, so you're looking to the right. You're going to slide your left arm down towards the hip. Imagine palm facing up or down. You decide what you need. You're going to be reaching for that left foot. So we're getting a nice opening in that neck. Starting to activate what we call the Visamritti now, where the breath is a little bit uneven. Our exhales are a little bit longer. 8 breaths. Maybe the palm is up, maybe the palm is down, maybe the chin is up, maybe the chin is down. Find your sweet spots. Raise your exhales a little bit longer. Maybe make them a little bit longer. Even still, one more big old breath. And return to being balanced on both sides and just relax and pause here. So nice. All right, let's turn to the left. Slide the right arm down, feeling again the palm up or the palm down. Reach for that foot. Keep opening that neck. And here we go, 8 breaths. A little longer on the exhales than the inhales. Deep, deep, deep breaths. 3 more. Deep breaths. 2. And return to neutral and a balanced pose. See if you can melt like butter in a skillet, just spreading out, taking up all the room. Own your spot. And then turning on that inner gaze, looking inward and downward towards your breath. Maybe a big exhale. One more big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, big sigh. Last one. Beautiful. Very nice. Take your time in this last couple of minutes as you stay here. Please stay here. Don't rush out. Don't jump up. Take your time. Let your body soak. Let your body have some time to soak in what you've just done. Okay? That's integration, right? We're integrating that body, mind, and spirit because one affects the other. We know that to be true now. Okay? Deep bows to you all. May this work, as always, be of benefit to you. I will see you soon. Deep bows and namaste.